finish the album. And it was while we were finishing the album together that David got diagnosed with the cancer. And we'd already booked, like, I don't know, it was like a 46-date tour. It was a pretty mad tour to support the album. And I guess anyone who knew David, he just thought this guy's never going to die. He's invincible, you know, this absolutely, and the energy that he had. When he clearly must have been riddled with cancer in Brazil, and he was doing 3 costume changes on stage a night. He was staying up till 3 a.m. drinking. He was up at 7 meditating and doing yoga. He was carrying his amp on stage. He was so in the present. So we really thought, well, I know what happens. David beats this. No biggie, you know. And then when David said he couldn't do the tour, the 46 gigs got cancelled. There was like 11 shows left in Europe. And we had this new record coming out, we had to promote it. And David was adamant that we continue the band and that we do this tour. And we were all really skeptical about it, but we knew we had to support the album. And we kind of talked about it, and David had been giving us the whole, no, you guys have got to continue, this is Gong now. And we'd got Cheb in, the drummer Cheb was incredible. And I think all of our feelings was just, well, we'll do these 11 gigs, and then we'll put this thing to bed, and we at least we bowed out on a nice album. You know, it was a great record, and you know, David was really firing on all the cylinders, sort of thing. And then when we went out and started doing the shows, it just felt really, really good. It felt really, really exciting. And I've been playing in bands since I was 16, in the mid '80s, in the back of a van, and it's so rare when you just get something with chemistry is just completely right, and for whatever reason, regardless of the name or the material, it was just a really, really nice band to play with. And I'd say at least a third of what we do live is improvised, you know. So, and to have a bunch of musicians where every single night we would be finding something new, and we would be going to exploring a new zone and come off stage and go, Jesus, what happened in the middle of You Can't Kill Me there? That doesn't happen very often. So we thought, okay, well, we will carry this on. And David heard all this stuff. We were sending him desk recordings and links to YouTube stuff, and he was going, yep, this is the band. And I suppose the next thing was, well, we just knew we had to make a good record, because otherwise it would be a tribute band, and it had to be, you know, how can I say it? We had to be able to present Gong, our version of Gong, and for people to accept that this was Gong. And that the new stuff that we're doing, while we're not singing about Pothead Pixies, we're not singing about the Octave Doctors, this is legitimately Gong, it's legitimately completely psychedelic, and you know, and I hopefully we did that with the last record, and that's given us a reason to go, okay, this is Gong. And like I said, we've had the support of Steve Hiddage and Didier, and Mike Howlett has been incredibly supportive, and the fans have as well. And you're always going to get the no David, no Gong contingent, and that's fine. You know, I would be skeptical. You know, I'm no Ozzy, no Sabbath, so what can I tell you? It's, I understand why people...
Yeah, but I can remember, and this was going back to 2010, and I did a number, as you probably, I did a number of extensive interviews with David and Steve, and I said to David, I said, come on, when you left, what happened? And he said, well, it's a very famous story. He said, I tried to get on stage, and there was just like this energy, and I just couldn't get past it. I couldn't do it, and I thought, you know, okay, I'm going to do something else. And I said, well, but it was your band. He said, no, it was never my band. It was whoever was in the band belonged to the band. And I knew that even though I wasn't there, it would continue. And he said, well, Steve felt the same way, because when he left, he knew it would go on. Little did I know, or he know, that he would go into the direction it did with Pierre. But he said, then again, you know, that's the Gong way. And he said, because none of our albums were kind of, well, that's like that, that's the definite follow-on from that. He said, they were all different. Yeah. If you listen to there's no Gong album sounds the same as the previous album. So, and he said, that's what it was. And I went on and did other things, and I didn't forget about them. But he said, I just knew that they would continue to go on. And he said, little did I know that at some point I would be getting back on it again. And he said, that's the way it is. So he said, I didn't feel, well, you know, I've left, that's the end of the band. And he said, the band just evolved.
Well, that's it, and it's interesting because there's no acrimony in Gong at all.
It's unusual for bands.
Well, no, except because because people are drawn into this sort of like, you know, into this kind of the circle of Gong. I'd like to think it's certainly not financially motivated, and it's motivated by, you know, almost like a calling that, okay, yep, I want to be involved in that kind of thing. That you know, I see myself in that, and I think all the musicians of Gong have felt that way, and everybody gets on really well. There really aren't these terrible stories about people taking each other to court and all that kind of. I mean, there's stories about record label, you know, against the record labels, but not with the members at all over the years.
No, I